Welcome to my first module, which is this shelf layout. The shelves are what have defined this whole thing that I'm planning to do of being modules so that they can fit on this shelving unit. So ultimately I could have 12 of modules of this size, which are about 1.2 meters by 25 centimeters. So quite an all right size, and it's actually been quite nice and challenging to fit what I want inside here. So like I say, this is the first module. I've called it Runcorn West, which isn't a real place, but it's sort of inspired by somewhere I remember when I grew up. There was no station here, but it was very industrial, and this level crossing is based on a real level crossing that exists, which will get barriers and stuff. But as you can probably see, there's lots of ICI wagons, which is the industry which was there. And then I've made up this station, which is what is called, I'm going to call Runcorn West. Obviously, there was no passenger service down here, but I've added a little one-car diesel unit, and also a little yard here for access to locomotives and other things here as well. The back scene needs to go on pretty soon to make this look a bit more interesting, and probably a bit more scenic, and the level crossing needs making as well. This has sort of been my first ever time I've scenic anything, and also done electrics that isn't just adding a Hornby power clip. So I have wired in a DCC bus. Also, it's my first time doing point motors and signalling. So there's also this little board here does. So the ones on the lines switch the points, and the little other ones have 3 positions. So that one you can see is red, it can go yellow, and it can go green. It's all manual. This board, the idea was for me to try out things and be a manual one. So even when they do potentially get connected to other modules, this one's the sort of playing around one, whereas anything else potentially could get automated, but this one is the very manual one to do yourself. Most of the locomotives, actually all the locomotives on here at the moment, are all DCC sound, and they're all Hornby HM7000, which is what got me into DCC. I've been DC until recently, but it's been a cost-effective way to upgrade, and it's had most of the sounds I've needed anyway. Still waiting on the proper sound for that DMU. But yeah, quite happy with DCC, and it makes something like this much easier to do because you're not having to isolate locos all the time. You can just have everything on there and just control them one by one, which has been very interesting. Yeah, it's a big change that I've never had before. The future plans are, well, this one, finish it off. Then the reason I've called the channel Modular Mainline is that hopefully it will sort of eventually be the Liverpool branch of the West Coast Mainline. So we'll have Runcorn Station, then through to a representation of Liverpool Lime Street, as well as I quite want to build the railhead at Jaguar Halewood from sort of the noughties, which is why I've been getting a lot of Jaguar X types, which is what we built there at the time. So I've got a little collection of those I've been building, as well as sort of trying to make out of my 3D printer the ramp that loaded those onto the cars, because it's quite niche, so it's not something anyone produces, and I've got a good representation of it now. Just need to finish it off and paint it and other things. But that's the next module, and I keep getting ahead of myself. I need to finish this one before I do anything else. If you've seen any of the shorts I've done as well, you might have seen that something I've been very keen to do, and I have done now, is to convert a Pendolino to have a Dell neck coupling in the front, which are from West Hill Wagon Works. And then also convert a 57 to have the equivalent on it as well, so they can attach. So yeah, I've printed some 3D printed adapters to do this, so it is repeatable. So if anyone else is interested, there is a link to that in the shorts on if you can get one off eBay. I've printed out 5 for the moment, adapters, so see how it goes. Just to see if anyone else wants to do it. They can do that as well. So yeah, so these will just stick together when they get close enough, and that is really strong. Like I struggle to pull them apart sometimes, so the magnets on the couplings are really good. So yeah, that's another little project I've been working on, just to add a bit of interest when I do eventually have you know, the Liverpool Lime Street station, that there's not just all Pendolinos in there. There is a bit of interest that there's a one that's being rescued at the same time. So yeah, that's just a bit of a change. And like I say, it's something I sort of wanted to do to have a bit more interest. Yeah, a bit of variety. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that's been a bit of an introduction. I'll probably do a big full one, a better one later with a bit more when I've got a bit more to show. Hopefully when this one's finished and what the big plans are next. I've got some track diagrams as well, so I'll probably print those out maybe to show how it all will work together. So yeah, thanks for watching, and watch this space. Been a bit of chopping and changing of the rolling stock on the layout today. If you want to see a full breakdown of what I've got and what my plans are, it sort of feeds into the track plan as well, on terms of what I'm going to build. I think I've basically got all the rolling stock needed to do it, maybe a bit more than can be handled by the layout at one time, but that'll be a future video. So if you're interested in that and the full plan, subscribe, and in the next couple of weeks I should have those out. Thanks for watching.